So thousands of Haitian migrants show up at the Texas border. And what happened next was just not expected. I was not expecting it to be like this because, honestly, from what I can see, the Haitian migrants are being treated a bit harsher than the other migrants. Now, we already don't treat migrants that great sometimes, especially down when they do the border crossings, and then the conditions at the facilities, and then when you had the child separation policy under the Trump administration, losing the children, lost the children, don't know where the children went. I think they still don't know where a lot of those children went after they split them up from their families and then lost track of them. It's insane. So they already don't get treated that well. But with the Haitian migrants, it's like I've never seen people be deported so quickly. They use the Trump administration rule. The Biden administration used the Trump administration health rule. They're expelling them for health reasons or health purposes, and because of the pandemic, and they're just deporting them by the plane, like the big old planes that they use to evacuate people from Afghanistan. Those same type of planes, they're just loading them up on cargo looking planes and shipping them back quickly with a quickness. I have never seen people deported this quickly. So. It says, as it scrambles to deal with the surge of Haitian migrants at the southern border, the Biden administration is seeking a private contractor. Wow, how wonderful, a private contract. Didn't he say he was ending private prisons? Anyway, a private contractor. I guess this is different because this is a detention facility. But still, the Biden administration is seeking a private contractor to operate a migrant detention facility at the U.S. Naval Base at Guantanamo Bay. So on top of that, on top of this right here, with this optically looks horrible. Okay, you got them on horseback with these. They got horse reins. People were arguing about horse equipment. Oh, it's a rein. It's not a whip. It's a rein. It's not a whip. That's not the point. The point is the optics of this. This looks horrible. This looks like something out of a slave reenactment. Like, do they not get how bad this looks? Got them on horseback, chasing them down, swinging these horse reins around. Like, I won't call it a whip because people will, it's not a whip, it's a rein, it's a rein, it's a rein. That doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, optically and just overall, this is horrible. This is a horrible image. And the way they're treating the Haitian migrants is just so much different than I've seen them treat other migrants. Like, they're getting them out quickly. They're like trying to hurry up and get them out the country. And then on top of that, they're allowing some people to stay. They said some singles can stay and some families can stay. But overall, they are just by the mass deporting these people. So, let's see. So a little known immigrant holding facility on the base has a capacity of 120 people. Wow. The records say, and it will have an estimated daily population of 20 people, according to the solicitation for bids issued Friday by the Department of Homeland Security. This is all optically looks horrible. Okay, so not only are you just threatening them with horse reins, look like you're rounding them up like cattle, then you're deporting them with like this at the speed of light, and now you're sending somebody to Gitmo with a private contractor. Oh my goodness. It's just like, this whole thing just looks really, really bad. It really, really does look bad. And I don't understand. They probably know this, but there's not really much that they can do about it. I mean, they could do something differently, but you have two reactions. You have people who are more the more activist reaction, who are like, this is a human rights violation, and they said this could violate law, international law, the way they deported them so quickly. And then you have the Republican reaction, which is like, look at all these immigrants they're just letting into the country, but they're deporting them with the quickness. Like, they're deporting them at the speed of light, literally putting them on planes and sending them away. But this is such a reactionary reaction to this by saying, oh, look, they're letting immigrants in. They're trying to fearmonger about immigrants. Then the other side is saying this is human rights violation. So if you're the Biden administration, this is a lose-lose situation for you, okay? Because you're going to have two sides that don't like how this looks. whichever one is true, it doesn't matter. It overall looks like a poor handling. And then on top of that, Kamala, they're already investigating the situation. But Vice President Kamala Harris called for an investigation into the situation, and they were like, so she's calling for an investigation into her own administration. It's just, politics is toxic. It really is toxic. A lot of this stuff, people they use it to their advantage, like the whole horse. Right here, the images like this of them like rounding them up. They started using that as like, oh, the poor immigrants are getting whipped by slave horses or whatever. But the other side's like, that's not a horse. I mean, that's not a whip. That's a rein. And then you're letting all these immigrants in, and it's like, can we actually solve the issue rather than somebody just trying to nitpick and use this as like some political attack against the other side? That's the most annoying thing I have ever seen in my life. And that's the problem with politics, and American politics more specifically. It's just absolutely toxic. Toxic. No wonder things can't get done. Like, this is just, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous the way everything is being handled right now. Overall, by not just it's not just one side's fault or the other. It's like it's chaos. It's political chaos. And now we have a debt ceiling fight to where they don't want to raise the debt ceiling or just suspend it again. I'm like, I don't know. It's just so annoying. It really is just bothering me. And I hope the next generation of people who enter government after most of these people retire and leave office does not do this. I hope that in the future we can have a more functioning government, a functioning democracy, a more functioning country. But I don't know. We're headed in a pretty horrible direction politically. Like, this is just, it's ludicrous. It's the reactionary people. So many reactionary people. And I know politics is all about optics and attacking your opponent, but when it gets to the point where everything is just turns into some political fight and nobody's really, well, there's people trying to solve the problem, because obviously the administration and the DHS have to do their jobs. But politically, how can you do your job with everybody just being just cretins, just screaming all in your ear all day? Like, how? Goodness gracious. I'm just annoyed. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so annoyed. I went off on a tangent. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, whenever you do it, however you do, wherever you do it, just do it. Y'all, get the border straight. Do something. Just do something, please. Anyway, that's all I got. Goodbye.